All right. Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Kay. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining today's another live stream. All right. Today is the 12th of October, and this is Saturday. So today's topic is about psychology. Since the markets are closed, usually Saturdays I talk about psychology or money management or some other topics besides market analysis. But yeah, I hope you're having a great weekend so far. And again, welcome back to my another live stream today. Okay, so I still have to get ready here quickly, so let me do so. Yeah, in the meantime, let's see. Let me say hi to everyone. Okay. Yeah, today microphone's on. Yes. You know, sometimes I forget to unmute the microphone, so sometimes I just talk to myself. But now it's good. Now this is okay. Okay. All right. Hello, Ichimoku Trader. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining today. As always, good to see you. Yeah. So today's topic I selected is 4 elements and how do these apply in trading. It's wind and forest and fire and mountain. So you can take a guess first. Before I start, you can take a guess exactly how they apply in trading, because that's actually one of my important mindset in trading. And because of this philosophy within myself, I've been able to know exactly when to trade, and more importantly, I know exactly when not to trade. So we say patience is the key to success, but patience becomes normal or natural when you know exactly until when to wait. If you don't know until when to wait, then you may jump in the market, or you may just, take whatever opportunities you think there is, and you just get the result. It may be good, it may be bad, it may be win, it may be a loss, but either way, you tend to jump in the market, which is not good as a trader if you really want to be successful in the long term. So yeah, today's topic is about the wind, forest, and fire and mountain. If you're familiar with Japanese or Chinese philosophy, especially art of war, then I think you know exactly what I mean by this now. But let me talk about this in a minute. I'm still preparing something here. Just hold on. Okay. Oh, Ichimoku Trader also says, I have seen almost all of your videos. What is really evident in them is that you have a different and very correct point of view compared to others. For example, patterns like head and shoulders or double top, or especially Bollinger Band. And your every explanation is every case was like a door that others had not opened before. Thank you, teacher. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad here that I'm opening up the door for you in this new perspective, perhaps through my YouTube. I think that's because I have never learned trading from someone. I have been studying, and I have been backtesting. I have been experimenting, all the processes without any help from anyone, just by myself. And maybe that's why my perspective is unique. And also, I am a Japanese trader, and I think so far still I am the only Japanese who speaks English about the market, talking about the market, especially Ichimoku. So I think that's because my perspective is unique based on this background also. But either way, I can explain, one thing longer or deeper, but I try not to confuse anyone. I want to simplify my viewpoint so that even teenagers can understand what I try to say, and that's one of the themes I have in my YouTube. Because you can explain things in complex or in some specific technical terms or words, but if you don't understand well, then it doesn't mean anything, right? And also, if you really master something, then you'll be able to explain in a simple way, is what I believe. If you still cannot explain what you're doing and how you're trading and what Ichimoku is all about to kids, then you still have to learn deeply until you'll be able to explain simply. So that's another reason why I try to be simple in YouTube lessons or teachings here, and also I try not to really I try not to be complex too much. Yeah. Hello, Exolo, good to see you, and Ryo, thanks for joining, good to see you too. Okay, you have a good trading stop loss in USDCAD. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Mountain Light says, why human mind not accept the loss and why psychology is more important? That's a big question. Yeah. Why do you think it is? Why do you think we can accept the losses? I mean, first, do you accept the losses? Anyone here can accept the losses? If yes, then just type a yes, and we can also discuss about that too. But yeah, today's main topic is about, as the title says, wind, forest, and fire and mountain. And so let me first start this topic before I get to your comment. So there is a concept called a Furin Kazan in Japanese, and Furin Kazan is let me see, it's the popularized version of the battle standard used by one of the generals in Japan. So let me share screen and explain about that right now. Okay, so yeah, this is the Wikipedia about Furin Kazan. So Fu means wind, and Rin means forest or trees, and Ka means fire, and Zan means mountain in Japanese. So Furin Kazan means 4 elements that I mentioned just earlier today. So basically what that means is that hold on, let me see. What that means is okay, where is it? Yeah, there are some other, culture, Street Fighter. Yeah, some, games it's used. This term is used for the games, for the, you will see this in anime or movie in Japan. Sometimes in daily communication we say this too. So it's very common phrase or common idea for Japanese people. Yes, yes. Yeah. So basically what that means is that as fast, so first wind, right? So wind means as fast as the wind, and forest means as quiet as forest, and fire means as fast or as daring as fire, and mountain is as immovable as the mountain. So yeah, that's right, Christo. It's from Takeda Shingen, one of the generals back then in war period in Japan. And this is the flag that he was using on the right side. Let me just zoom out, and yeah, so this is a flag that he was using, and it says, as fast as wind, as quiet as forest, as daring as fire, and as immovable as mountain. So that's 4 elements basically, and this is one of the ideas, one of the philosophies I apply in trading, and that's something I wanted to share with you today. So how to apply this is that whenever you see the opportunity, then you quickly capture it. So that's as fast as wind. You don't think. Whenever there's opportunity, based on your logics, based on your strategy, then you take it. You better do it quickly. You move quickly, right? If you don't want to wait until until the opportunity goes out. You don't want to do that. So when you see opportunity, then just catch it. So that's as fast as wind. And as quiet as forest means that forest, mountains, or forest and trees don't move. So when you don't have any opportunities, then do nothing, right? Just quiet. Just be quiet as the forest. So that's the second part. And as daring as fire means when you have opportunity again, you have a passion to take it, and you have this motivation to trade. So that's fire element. And the last one is the mountain, immovable as mountain. So again, whenever there's no opportunities, then you do nothing, you don't move. You simply, close the chart, or even shut down the PC and leave, right? You don't move. You don't make any movements. So that's mountain. So this is kind of the contract between you do something and you do not do something. So it's also applicable in trading, and that's something I want to mention today. So when you think about that in trading, in my experience, basically, when I first started my trading, when I was trading part-time in Japan and working full-time, then the trading was doing well, and I was able to see some result. But after I quit my job and become a full-time trader, then I started to lose more and more, because of simply because of the impatience, and because I had started to have 24 hours to monitor and trade, so I became very aggressive. I was scalping and very aggressive, and I didn't take any break. Basically, whenever I see open charts and whenever I see opportunities, I continuously take it because I thought more is more. And that's also because I changed my strategy. So before, when I was doing part-time job, I have limited time to screen charts, only between, I would say, 7 p.m. to like 12 p.m. in Japan time, because I was working full-time. So I was only being able to see charts after the job. And after the job, usually I was so tired, so sometimes I couldn't focus. So I just checked the charts once or twice, then went to bed. But that was good. That was actually a good way to trade myself. And then after I left the job and became full-time trader, I have been trading maybe 30 times, 20-30 times per day, and I start to lose because I was only applying the two parts in this phrase. I was only applying this wind part and fire part, and I didn't care about the forest and mountain part. Well, I didn't really feel the importance of forest and mountain part. But so that was actually one of my mistakes back then, if I look back my own journey. So I think this is about the balance, right? You cannot continuously moving. Sometimes you have to take a break. You have to not doing anything and just leave chart and study or backtest or do completely something else, and then whenever it's ready, then you come back to charts. So I found that this balance is really important in trading, especially. And it's difficult because of the dilemma of making profits and how do you say, like, we're all here to make profits, otherwise you will never choose to trade. But because your purpose is to make profits, you want to check the charts oftentimes, and you don't want to lose, and you don't want to miss opportunities, and you want to trade more, just to to make profits, simply speaking. And that's, I would say that's okay mindset, but at the same time, on other side, you have to have the mindset of the importance of doing nothing and away from the chart. And even you can think about, like, the more you leave chart, the more you gain profits. You can start to think about how it happens in your trades. The more you leave charts, the more you make profits. You may think it's impossible, but actually it's true too. Like, for example, for myself, I trade, and once I set the break-even line, then I leave chart for a few hours. I don't check charts every minute, every hour, or I simply set the stop loss and I put the position and I move the stop loss to break even. Then I leave chart for, let's say, 3 hours, sometimes 6 hours or even more. And what happens is that if I monitor chart every hour, then I may take profit already, or I may be losing too, but I may be losing profits. I don't lose after break even, but I may be losing profits, just exit the position and take some profit. Then after that, after taking the profit, the market starts to go my direction. But I don't have any positions anymore. I simply exited already with the profit. So I miss those profits, those potential profits that the market still goes towards my way. But if I'm away from the chart for 3 hours, 6 hours, then because I don't see the chart, the market goes down, for example, but I didn't see this. Then the market goes up and I don't see this. The market goes down and market goes up. The whole structure, I don't see it, right? And then I come back a few hours later and I see consecutive N waves. Then simply I move stop losses higher and trail the profit or just take profit there. So this is one of the examples of how less is more, or how forest or mountain works in trading. And this is important for your psychology in trading. And once you get used to be able to trade in this manner, in this way, then you find that the trading is really, very simple. Once you start to make profits in this psychology, then you feel that trading is all about psychology. So if you have the correct mindset and correct psychology, then you can apply these things and you are able to see profits as you wish, the way you wish, and that's important. After start to make profits, you want to make profits in terms of the way you wish. You don't want to monitor the charts every 5-10 minutes and take profits. You may be able to make profits in this way, but you will have to monitor chart all day, let's say, or half day, and during those times you cannot do anything else. You just have to see charts, and you have to work on it every day, and it's more stressful than making profits in time efficient manner. So that's why I build my own strategy in this manner, and that's all because of this phrase. Again, so as fast as the wind, as quiet as forest, as daring as fire, and as immovable as the mountain. But this is, easy to say but difficult to do. So whenever, let's say, when you are away from the market, then do you feel FOMO? Let's say when you're working full-time, or when you have to leave chart for whatever reasons maybe, you may be curious more about the market than when you're actually monitoring the chart. That's one of the examples of the FOMO, right? So I would say FOMO itself is, I think, the nature of human beings, and emotion is also a nature of human beings. So it's okay to have, but you need to be able to control it. If you cannot control, then I think the emotion will be still there, and the FOMO still be there, and you may not really be able to apply your own logics, your own strategies. So it makes it more difficult to trade. And so for example, like Mountain Light earlier said, why human mind not accept loss, and why psychology is most important, right? So human mind not accept loss, and that's really a nature of human beings, and there's nothing wrong with that, I'm sure. Because you don't want to lose, you try not to lose and you try to, make better. We're here to make better, make more, and grow more, right? No one wants to make less or grow like less. I think as a human being nature, we're here to make more and grow more and also expand more and build more. So there's nothing wrong with that. And because of that nature, I think we cannot accept losses. If you only focus on the loss part, then you won't be able to accept the losses. But if you think, for example, if you think the loss as cost in order to get returns, then you can do that. Let's say you go to supermarket and you buy the water and you pay for it, right? Then you get the water in order for the return of paying. Same in trading. Unless you pay something, you won't get the return. So you better control how much you spend per trade, how much, we call it risk, right, per trade. If you can calculate that, then things will be fine. If you only have, let's say if you have let's say $50 in your wallet, and if you go to the supermarket or shop, and if you only decide to use $10, then only use $10. If you use $20 or $30 or $50 everything on your wallet and the supermarket, then you will lose everything. Then you cannot buy anything anymore. So you have to always calculate the cost per trade and how to control the risk, because it's also closely connected to psychology, and that's why it's important. Let's say you have this $50 on your pocket and you go to supermarket to buy something. Let's say you look for chicken, for example, which is $10, and you go there and you cannot find it. Let's say you only find $20 chicken, and then in that case, what would you do? Are you gonna take $20 chicken or leave? That's the strategy, right? If you follow the strategy, then you leave the supermarket, just like you leave the chart. But if you start to have your emotion, then you may buy it $20, which is 2 times more than what you expected. The quality will be the same, right? Let's say the quality will be the same, $10, $20, but you decided only to spend $10 to buy chicken in the supermarket, then you better do that. So I'm sure everything is connected. We say discipline is important, but you cannot be disciplined in trading unless you also be disciplined in your life too, because they are all connected. So you can practice your emotion psychology or risk management in your day-to-day life and just have fun with it. Like the example of the supermarket, or like the example of, let's say looking for taxi on the street. Whenever you rush, they're not there. It takes time for you to catch taxi. But if you are not looking for it, they're always there on the street, right? Or post office, or Starbucks, McDonald's, you name it. Every time when you are looking for it, it's not there. They're not close, let's say. They're not close. But whenever you're not looking for it, it's there. And what does that mean? In trading also, it happens. But what makes it trading difficult, psychology and FOMO, is because it's money involved. If you miss opportunity, then you feel you miss opportunity to make profits, to make money, basically. That's why it's more difficult than looking for taxi in the street or Starbucks or anything else. But trading itself is actually very simple. It's a really simple thing. It's either up or down. You just buy or sell, that's it, right? There's no in between. Once you buy, you simply wait. And once you sell, you simply wait. There's nothing in between. So when you buy it, and if the market goes your way, then you simply make profits. If you sell it, if the market goes down, you simply make profits, and that's how simple that is. So it's actually us that makes it more complicated and difficult. As Goichi Hosoda, the original creator of Ichimoku, says, the market itself is really simple. So we have to see things in a simple way. So chart should be simple, and indicators or the graph itself should be very simple too. So yeah, let me check some more comments. Thank you very much for joining today. Good to see you. Today is the 12th of October on Saturday, and I'm talking about some psychology topic today. I was discussing about the this 4-element concept: as fast as the wind, as quiet as forest, as daring as fire, and as immovable as the mountain. Okay, H. Salamanca, good to see you. Thank you for joining. So very glad to hear your teachings and great wisdom, your light amidst the storms. Thank you very much for your words. I'm just trying to share my my own lessons for the last 10 years of my full-time trading experience. So if that would be a good help for you, that would be great. Okay, Mountain of Light says, how think in randomly outcome of losses and win, how we accept the books for psychology. Yeah, so outcome may be random if you don't follow one strategy. If you follow one strategy and if you know it works, then outcome will be stable. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's see. XOLO, thank you very much for joining. To see you. It's part and parcel of the game. Right, losses, right? Losses are the part of the game. That's true. Hello, Hinata, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, why I'm not able to hold my profit so long? Why do you think that is? You can ask yourself, why do you think that is? You cannot hold your profits for long term. Okay, Wick JN says, it's not you cannot hold profit for long period of time, it's you don't have TP strategy in mind. That's true. That's true. You have to have not only entry strategy, but also take profit strategy. Yes, you have to have like both ways. And also a losing strategy too. You know, when you think about when I say like losing strategy, then you may find it may sound it's funny because we're here to make profits. So what is all about like losing strategy? But that also should be the part of the strategy. And I have that strategy, losing strategy. Like once I enter position, and if the market doesn't go towards my favor, then I just exit my trade with a loss. So that's losing strategy. How to lose correctly. How to lose correctly in a sense that you don't lose big. Of course, with the risk management. It's part of the risk management and money management. You better be able to exit in exactly at a certain timing if the market doesn't go your favor. So TP is also very important mindset. And at the same time, losing strategy, or how to, when to exit with small loss, is also very important. Yes, FOMO. Yes, FOMO and greed. Right, speaking of the greed, we're here to make profits, of course, in trading. Otherwise, you're not going to trade, right? You're here to make profits. That's why you trade. And why not being greedy? You can be greedy, and because how much you win depends on your strategy, depends on your how you trade. So you can be greedy, but you cannot take the greed over you. Okay, stock market is a tool to transfer money from impatient people to patient people. Yeah, patience is a key too. Yes. So in trading, you kind of have to think in different perspective. Or maybe not different. You have to see things from 180-degree different perspective. So in that sense, you can ask yourself on these questions, are losses really losses to you, or am I here to really make profits or not? Or yeah, I think those kind of like a Zen type of question is important. Okay, Wick JN says, use the money if loss is you lost nothing. Like you have 20 bug, instead of buying game, you can use money to trading, and then when you lose it, lose it, you will feel like loss is nothing. 20, right. So it's a part of the game, right? Part of the game of psychology. Yeah, it's a psychology thing. Okay, hello Rosie, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay, Brain Tracy has a famous saying, and that is the 80% to 20 rule. For example, I think that 80% of the profits in the market belong to 20% of the people who spend 20% of their time trading, and 80% of their time studying, etc. Oh, that's true. 80-20 rule is, yeah, I think it's everywhere, right? Yeah. And I think that's really true too. 80% of the profits in the market are, made by 20% of traders. So how can you be the 20% side? I also like the phrase, it's, if you know yourself, if you know the enemy, and if you know yourself, then you won't lose in any, competitions or any battles. You don't lose. So that what that means is that you cannot only know about the market, or you cannot only know about yourself. You first have to know about the market, then you know about yourself, then you won't be losing. So first, I think after studying some strategies, if it's whether Ichimoku or not, then you better ask yourself what kind of trader you want to be. Whether you want to be, swing trader or day trade, what style suits you the best. And there's no, better or worse styles. It's just different styles, and that's it. So depends on nature, depends on personality, depends on your trait. You choose your own style that fits you. Then things, I'm sure, start to work. Yeah, trader says if then, if unfavorable then, yes. That kind of question is very important. Yes, oh, yeah, let me pop up, yes. So it's all about the scenario, right? Scenario creation. If it goes well, if the market goes towards my direction after the entry, then what would you do next? In how many pips, or in how many, in how many minutes or hours or days, what would you do? But, or if the market doesn't go your way, if the market goes opposite from your direction after the entry, then what do you do in that case? In how many bars, how many minutes, hours, what would you do? So, yeah, every strategy should be built in this kind of concept. You cannot just rely on the indicator itself to make profits. Indicator is important, but it's just a translation of the candlestick movement. It sends you signals whenever there is opportunity based on that indicator and its settings. But after all, it's all up to you whether you take it or not. And that comes from experience. And also you can choose how you take it. How much risk you risk, to take it, or how many stop loss pips you take to take that signal. How often you take those signals. All depends on the strategy and also personality too. Yeah, but one thing for sure is that this conditional, branch thinking, like, depends on the condition, you get to choose what to do. That's very important in any strategies that you use. Christian says, I'm not holding my profits because I trade too much size. I became aware of it, so I take care of my VAR now. Okay, that's important. Yeah, you never over leverage the trade. I mean, yeah, I think I'll talk about this topic in another live stream. Over leveraging itself, it's okay if you can control it. But oftentimes, people don't know how to handle it, how to control it. So, in general, I say never over leverage the trade. But yeah, it depends on the style again about trading strategy. Okay, XOLO says, I have $20 in my account. As I'm a student, I only traded 0.1 lot and $5-6 margin in one trade and try to do only one trade on my setup and see what happens next. That's good, that's good. Yeah, you can trade with 0.1 or even 0.01 if it's possible to trade. Yeah, if you trade with 0.1 lot, I think that's still too high. You're risking like 20%. Yeah, about 20% of your account size, which is quite high. Okay. All right. Hello, EQYI. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a while. Good to see you too. Thanks for joining and say hi to see you too. Okay, yes, hello you, good to see you too, thank you for joining. Yes, you can try the box meditation. I think you can Google search like a box meditation technique, and you can practice that too. Okay, yeah, so again today, just to wrap up, today I was talking about the 4 elements, again, wind and forest, and fire and mountain. As fast as the wind, as quiet as forest, as daring as fire, and immovable as mountain. So please think about what they really mean to you in your own trading, and try to build your own strategy, or try to apply this in your trades from next week. Never rush. Never rush. When you see opportunity, simply take it quick. But if you don't, then stay still or stay away. This is a very small thing, but it makes really big in terms of the result. Yeah, okay, Scone says, I know Goichi Hosoda used Sakata Goho in his trading, but did he have preference or certain candlestick patterns? No. He doesn't have any preferences. Actually, Sakata Goho is 5 basic candlestick techniques, and there are some other kinds of techniques that Sakata Goho introduces. But Goichi Hosoda was actually using or applying Sakata Goho in his trading with Ichimoku. Then it works the best. And I really agree with that. Yeah, you can trade by the candlesticks only, or you can trade by the Ichimoku only. But if you can combine 2 together, then that becomes really powerful. And yeah, especially I'm not talking about the indicator only. I'm talking about the philosophy behind too, like a philosophy of Ichimoku and philosophy of Sakata Goho also. And through those perspectives, through those philosophies, you use or apply Ichimoku or candlestick techniques, Sakata Goho techniques, then things start to make much more sense to you. Yeah, and also the topic I introduced today, this wind and forest and fire mountain, this is also part of Sakata Goho actually. It's not about the war technique, battle technique, it's not about simple psychology, but it also applies with Sakata Goho. So I think I will elaborate that deeper in future live streams or in some other places or opportunities. But today just wanted to mention and also open discussion about what the psychology is all about in trading in this perspective, so that you have some opportunity to think about something else, something deeply, something from different perspective. And that was my simple intention of today's live stream. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the live stream today, or if you're watching this archive, I hope you enjoy this one. And yeah, I hope you will be becoming not only profitable trader, but also disciplined and also non-losing trader. That's the most important part, and that's why I say here, help you become a non-losing trader. You may be profitable, but you also want to apply how to be profitable in your own way, and that's another level, right? And that's more fun to achieve. You can be profitable, but if you really find your own style and your own way to be profitable, then that's more rewarding, I found myself, than simply winning profits. So I hope you get to that level while watching my videos or live streams. So thank you very much again, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. And tomorrow I will be doing the Sunday's weekly forecast. So hope to see you there too. So yeah, have a great weekend and see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.